Hey, how you doing, guys? My name is Mick. This is my Pulverizer Druid build endgame. We're at level 62. We're in Tier 3 Nightmare. Just want to give you guys an overview of how my build is going, what I'm speccing into, the abilities, how they all work together, and how they combine. And we'll go into a Nightmare dungeon, show you guys how it all works out. So right now, to go over the items, we got Vasili's Prayer. This is a Sacred Unique Helm. The main aspect which is good for this is your earth skills are now also werebear skills and fortify you for 6. So when we go into our Grizzly Rage, which is our ultimate, we'll be unstoppable and we'll have a safe way to gain spirit if we're ever low, and that way we can cast our Pulverize more. So let's go in here. Let's just hop right into Insatiable Fury. Werebear form is now your true form, and you gain +2 ranks to all werebear skills. So that's +2 to my Debilitating Roar, +2 to my Trample. Can't have more than 1 on my Grizzly Rage, +2 to my Pulverize, and then also it's going to give me +2 to my Earth Spike, which is now a werebear skill. So you can see here it says Basic, Nature Magic, Werebear. And then we've got our pants. Duration of Earthen Bulwark is increased by 6 seconds. In addition, killing an enemy with Earth skills replenishes 129 of your active Earthen Bulwark's barrier. Boots, we got a slow aspect on it. Damage from Earth skills, slow enemies hit by 45% for 5 seconds. This right here is the main aspect of where all of your damage is going to come from in the build. Everything else together, your critical strike damage, your critical strike chance, your lucky hit, all of that is great. But what's really going to make this build pop is Pulverize creates a shockwave that travels forward, dealing 160% of its damage to targets in its path. So if we go into our skills and we look here at the skill tree, Pulverize, lucky hit chance, costs 32, lucky hit chance is 30%. Shapeshift into a werebear and slam the ground, dealing 3,423 to 4,183 damage to surrounding enemies. So this, with the shockwave aspect, 160% of that, I don't know. It's almost double. Or no, actually, it's almost 200% of that. So we've got that going. And then real quick on our amulet, core skills deal up to 30% increased damage based on your amount of fortify. Our build gives us a lot of fortify while we're in combat, so that's great. On one of our rings, we go the Umbral aspect. Restore 4 of your primary resource when you crowd control an enemy. So because our earth skills slow enemies hit by 45% for 5 seconds, anytime we pulverize and we hit a big group of enemies, for each enemy that we crowd control, we're going to get 4 resource. And then for our other ring, we have Pulverize is now an earth skill. After casting Pulverize, tectonic plates continue to deal 697 damage for over 2 seconds. So you can see here, I think with a lot of other characters, the synergy comes from the abilities themselves. With this, the synergy comes from the gear that you get and the aspects that you put on the gear. So you can see here, like I said, earth skill slow enemies hit by 45%. Normally our Pulverize wouldn't be an earth skill, but because we have this aspect, Pulverize is now an earth skill. You get what I'm saying? All of this works together just to make this build work out and be all around tank, damage, CC, everything that you can have in a build. That's what Druid has, for this build at least. There's also a Storm build and a Werebear build, but I like this. This is the most satisfying to me. It's not for the faint of heart, but it is extremely rewarding. So let's get into this dungeon real quick and show you guys what it's all about. We're going to do a Tier 13 Nightmare.
Not while I'm in town.
Oh, wait, a little bit of stuttering. will say I was struggling quite a bit in the damage area before I really equipped that shockwave pulverize aspect onto my staff. You're tanky, you know, you can live through a lot of shit. You can help your teammates, especially with your debilitating roar and all your CC. But that pulverize aspect really, really brings this whole build together.
I'm out of spirits.
See if this guy's going to the same dungeon as I am. Yep. Oh, there's a bunch of people going to it. You can catch me live. I stream pretty much every day on kick.com/chexmix. That's CHXMIKS. So let's go kill these Animus carriers. Careful on those after death effects, guys. Those will really get you if you're not careful. Pop our ultimate here. You can see here, I'm the real bear. These are all fake bears. We'll watch for that to pop. Unstoppable, even if our Grizzly ultimate isn't up with our Earthen Bulwark. We just want to group these guys. That way we're proccing as much critical strike damage, critical strike chance, and lucky hit chance as possible. So this is perfect. No resource cost, we can just spam Pulverize unendingly. Unlimitedly, I should say. Here we go. We're going to build a debilitating roar. Oh, gotta remember to pick up those Animus drops. And hopefully these are the last two right here. No Grizzly Rage.
I need more spirits.
There it is, our lucky hit just proc for our passive.
I need time to do that.
Where did we know? Oh, we missed some. Now, if you do manage to get this aspect to drop, and the only way you can get it is from drops, save it. Save it until you're sure you have a damn near perfect staff to put it on. So that way, you know, you're not wasting it, and then you come across a better staff, and then you're like, what the fuck? Because it is a light drop. It is a rare drop. I've heard people 70, 80, 90 plus only seeing it once or not even seeing it at all. Hopefully they'll update it and make the drop rate a little bit higher, because it really is a necessary aspect to have in your build. Here we're having no problem at all, staying healthy, doing damage, getting out of CC, all of that. one runestone activated. Got one more. And then we'll be able to finish this dungeon up. This build is extremely satisfying, especially when you build up a lot of enemies. Just clear them out. Get CC'd. Use our Earthen Bulwark, come out of it. We get Barrier, we get Fortify. The works. Am I tripping? I am. Bet. Travel to the Ritual of Rampage. Here he
I'm
is.
out of spirits.
Wondering where the buff was coming from. Oh, it's in us? Okay. So here, debilitating roar, take her damage down by 70%. Grizzly Rage. And then we're gonna weave in auto attacks. Just like I said, single target really lacks just because you're not having as much chance to proc your key passive, which allows you to rebuild your resource. We're the Bulwark, we have Fortify, we have Barrier. Reduce her damage again. And there we go, you see it procced. It's really good. You still have a chance to hit it, just not as high of a chance because it's single target. You can see here we're doing anywhere between 6,000 to 20,000 on any given Pulverize. 15k right there. And there it is. That is the Pulverizer Druid build. We're gonna upgrade our glyph. So yeah, just a quick overview again on another piece of synergy. So, where do I have it on? Here we go. So with this aspect, rampaging where beast, which you can get from a dungeon, but you really want to try and get it from a drop to increase the 1 to 5 seconds duration of your Grizzly Rage ultimate. Here's the main thing. Critical strikes while Grizzly Rage is active increases your critical strike damage by 10% for the duration. So with this build, you're not really going to want to get that much critical strike damage affixes on your gear, because with that aspect, every time you critical strike an enemy, your critical strike damage is going to go up. So really you want critical strike chance. So you can see here, I've got critical strike chance on my ring, critical strike chance on my other ring. I've got lucky hit chance on my gloves, and damn, I need more critical strike chance actually. Yeah. But this will go up by 10% every time you critical strike any enemy. That's any enemy. So if you have like a wave of 40% or 40 enemies, 50 enemies, 20, 30, whatever, if you critical strike all of those enemies, this is going to go up a considerable amount. I've gotten it to about like 200%, 230%, and it's wonderful. So, if you guys are going Druid also, let me know what kind of build you're going in the comments. If you guys need any help, also leave that in the comments. I'll do my best to give you the advice that you need. And again, don't forget to catch me live streaming on kick.com. That's kick.com/chexmix, CHXMIKS. I'll be leaving the link in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.